Hey guys, today I'll be doing a video review on the Nerf Rattler, and this blaster is from the Max Force line. Other blasters from this line include the Eagle Eye, the Nerf Sawtooth, and the Manta Ray. Yeah, just to name a few. So this is a spring powered blaster, and it was made in 1994, I believe. That's what it says over here. 1994 Kenner, made in China. I'll just go on to the blaster first. I got this about a month ago, and it actually came chipped over here, so that was quite unfortunate. However, it still performs perfectly fine, and it does not affect this performance at all. This blaster is actually a spring powered blaster, and before I received this blaster I was not too sure how it worked actually, but after playing around with it I found it quite fun and interesting. I would say this blaster is actually a combination of the Nerf Rattler Blast and the Nerf Arrow Storm, and I will explain why later. So I'll just go to the blaster very quickly. The front, it has a turret, a 4-barrel turret, and just like the Nerf Rattler Blast, it is fixed, so it does not rotate, unlike your AirTech series or your Supermax Nerf series. Over here, I guess I would call this the priming bar or priming grip. This is in its collapsed state. Actually, you can rotate this backwards, and the limit is around here. So the way this blaster works is that it does not have a trigger, so it's sort of slam fire, similar to the Arrow Storm. Once it hits a lever right at the back position, it will just slam forward and fire off one of these barrels. So the reason I call it a combination of the Rattler Blast and the Arrow Storm is because similar to the Rattler Blast, the turret at the front looks very similar, and just like the Rattler Blast, it does not rotate. Why I say it's like the Arrow Storm is because of the firing mechanism, such that when you prime it all the way back, it will slam forward and fire, just like the Arrow Storm. And to be honest, I actually think this blaster is very ugly looking. I had no intention of getting it at all. However, it did come as one of the blasters in a Nerf lot I purchased, so I thought, what the hell, I'll just play around with it. I still think it's ugly as hell, but it's quite fun to play with. And I guess it could be a very good blaster in a stock blaster war. Not too sure what kind of modifications can be done to this blaster, but I do not really see much potential. So anyway, on to the firing test. I'll be loading this blaster with 4 Mega Darts, 2 are Suction Cup and 2 are Sonic Whistler Darts. I guess that's what you would call them. Alright, simply pull the priming grip all the way back, and I guess the way I'm gonna hold it is with my master hand over here, and with my non-master hand priming the blaster. Yep, you guys might want to switch around or just keep it this similar to me. Yep, it's just your preference. This is mine. So I'm just gonna be firing at the wall, and you'll see that every time I prime it back, it'll just fire. Alright. Okay. As you can see from the firing test, it does not have a lot of power. However, do take into consideration that I was using Mega Darts, and yeah, Mega Darts tend to be heavier and therefore will not fly as far as Micro Darts. I'm probably estimating about 15 to 20 feet max for its stock ranges. Not too sure how this performs in its modified state. Okay, but anyway, pros and cons of this blaster. Pros is that it has a high rate of fire. Firstly, it's muzzle loaded, so I wouldn't really consider that very time consuming. Next thing is that you do not need to prime and shoot the blaster. Simply just prime, and you can get 4 shots off very quickly. So that's I guess that would be the pros, that it has a very high rate of fire. Cons of this blaster, firstly, like I mentioned just now, it looks like shit. It's one of the ugliest blasters I've ever seen. I think it can fight with the Nerf Triple Strike. I did a review on that last year. Because it works in this sort of slam fire mode, it can be a bit difficult for you to aim, and I guess that it does not really have much modification potential. So in my opinion, I would not really get this blaster. However, if you do get it for cheap, I guess you can just play around with it, and like I said just now, maybe use it at a stock war. Okay, so that was it, Nerf Rattler review. You can actually see his eyes over here and its fangs. So yeah, supposed to resemble a Rattler snake. If you guys enjoyed this review, just give me a thumbs up. Post comments below, PM me if any questions, and thanks for watching.